maybe 40 minutes, we landed about 7 more fish. And then he started to think a little bit, and I said, Pop, we're gonna try one other area. So I took off and boom, got him a 10-pound walleye, got him a 9-pound walleye. And he
Did
got
you
about,
keep them or do you?
oh, I won't, I told Dad, you ain't keep any fish over 18. Sorry, Pop, they're all going back in water. He still went home with 60 pounds of fillets. He did well, close to 55. He got, I think he went home with 13 northerns about like this.
Really?
Shoulders on them. Yeah. They're good, anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds a piece.
Are they good eating?
The walleyes, I let him keep 124.
Uh-huh.
I let him keep one. The rest of them were 17 to
Thank you.
22. So he made a haul. He did good. He got to take his possession home. He was pretty happy.
All right, it is 1:30. This is,
Am I on board? There he is.
almost, it
Oh,
is,
right.
Randy, well, before we get on to our 1:30 appointment, I wanted to bring up something from this morning. At 11 o'clock, we had an appointment with Sean Higley with WWC Engineering over the County Departmental Needs Safety and Training Facility. A number of department heads came to see me at lunch and said that it would be a hardship for them to either be here next Monday, or their board members were frustrated. And so they have all asked that we not end this for today, but we table it and bring it up for decision on Wednesday. So essentially, we
This
table it.
Wednesday?
2 days from now. Is that okay with you guys?
I'm fine with
All right.
I think we should wait.
And what would be the reasoning for that?
Well, we're still gathering a lot of information. Those people are gathering information too.
And not on what we talked about today. Search and Rescue actually came back to, this is important, to go ahead and move forward. They're the ones who asked the timeline question. So unless there's something concrete, we'll go ahead and just table it for a decision on Wednesday.
What time on Wednesday?
We're meeting at 10 o'clock for a working meeting on the budget. So we'll already be here.
I still think I should wait till.
Anything
next week.
concrete?
That's a pretty big item we're discussing there. There's a lot of,
But we've been
Things that have to be
discussing it
brought
for
out.
a long time, Franklin.
Okay, if there's nothing concrete, please let the record show that we will table the county departmental needs until Wednesday and make a decision at that time. And then we can still have Sean come back a week from now with numbers more narrowly defined, because really he shouldn't be doing that work without us having a decision anyway.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a waste of county money.
And his time.
well, yeah, and that's why we need all these figures and more of that stuff for you to
Okay.
see.
Randy Wilkie, come on up, funeral home director, indigent burial agreement.
Thank you, folks, again for seeing us today. And now, I have someone to get 3 o'clock, so that's a good thing. Where do we need to go?
Nope, those are yours. And Franklin, this is yours.
I brought some extras in case. I didn't want to.
And what we have is an agreement, we just got it at lunch, so we will need to put this to the county attorney in order to make a vote
All good.
on it. Give these guys a chance to get it read.
This is, again, just changed from our county to here. I don't know what county book of funds is or county attorney, I think what attorney word to use.
County clerk is perfect.
Fine?
Yeah. And what we'll do is any changes the county attorney suggests, or if there are
Let me know
none
if
that
there
are,
are.
what's that?
Let me know.
Absolutely, and then we'll put this on letterhead for adoption.
That's fine. On Broadwater.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see anything jumping out at me.
You guys have any follow-up questions? Anything from last week to follow up on?
But Centerville is a cemetery that we would use
Yes.
unless something happened in another one, then they only can pay up to, and somebody else would have to pay the other money. So,
Right.
yeah, just so that is understood. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of them here, guys, I really don't. I just don't. I talked to just don't, I know, I talked with Mickey Nelson today this morning a little bit about Scott County. They know it's coming, but down there, there's a fund that they have set up, but God's Love gets money for it, some church organization, money from it. This is the one where the funeral homes are getting about a third of that pot. But he said the numbers, this was set up, went from 850, it went to 1100 about 17 years ago. And we haven't raised it since. Now, if we was to take that 1100 and add a 3% cost of living expense, we'd be right where we're supposed to be today. We would be, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take $1,000 and add 3%, that's $30.
Mhm.
$30, $30, $30 for 17 years, get the number. It'd
It's
be
up
really
there.
close, don't take long to get there, guys, we've never changed it, never have. But the counts, like I said, I don't know what the count is, but I think it's somewhere between 50 and 59 county cases already this year.
In Lewis and Clark.
This year,
That's unreal.
that's nuts, and there's more coming.
Why? Is it because God's love is there?
No, I don't know. It could be the railroad, it could be God's love, it could be just don't have it. It could be a lot of different things, guys, I don't know. Statistically, that town is growing, you know. Whether people come to Helena because of the hospital care, because of this care, I don't know what's triggering it. But it's huge, the number's big, it just is.
Hmm.
So, but they know it's coming, we just haven't addressed it yet. That's on my agenda the next 6 months, hopefully. I just want to address it, see what we're gonna do. Anyway, enough said, I just let you know.
Do you want to run this back, Carla?
What was
or
it,
you
yeah?
ready for a motion?
No, I think we should run it by Carla just because we didn't get it until just now.
Mhm.
I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then we can vote on it next week as, again, we can table it and bring it up next week.
Mhm.
The question I'd have is, since payment can be made in full within 30 days, it's probably gonna take 60 to 90
We
days to
understand.
find out,
It's a number. For me, it's a number. We know statistically, things can't turn, but we have, if they verify indigent, if they verify it is, and upon that, we send a statement, generally it's paid within 30 days. We put that number on there for a reason, to be fair. That's the number we use on everybody. If it gets there, great. If it takes 60 days, okay. We know it's coming. It's not it's only a statistic more than anything, Franklin, so, yeah.
because I'm sure most of them, from what experience I've heard you guys talk about, 60, 90 days for you can get all this, the locating
Oh.
done and.
Oh,
what other
sometimes it
information.
comes, it does. We hold them for a period of time, we've had it. But that's where we ask for the permission to do the
this
necessary
way you get-
procedures to get them there.
Yeah, get them buried,
It's
yeah.
necessary to find the family.
Yeah.
It's very important, every time. Ethical reverent care, give them time.
Nope, I'm fine with it.
Franklin, are you okay with the
Yeah.
30-day thing? It's only,
Well-
it's only a number.
Yeah, as long as you realize it too, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the post.
of course, one thing, there's a definite amount, so it wouldn't be,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be charged interest.
Nope.
Which would, that would take, but anyway, that's the only thing I can see, I guess.
We'll see what we do with the families reserve, we ask for payment of time of service, asking for that day. We do it on every family, we have to,
Do most of it pay right then?
yes, they do. You bet. You're gonna buy a car, you don't drive off and go back 30 days later, pay for it.
No.
Buy a grocery, you pay for it later. It's a very normal thing to know that things cost money, and we understand things take a little bit of time. We're all about that, we just need to know where it's coming from. So when we do ask for payment of time of services, is no different than the 30 days, it's just that we have to put reasonable time. Reasonable, necessary, attorneys love those two little words. So,
Yeah.
reasonable, necessary, how long, but that's only there for that reason. But we're finding more and more, that's why there are families out there that wanna do this stuff and can't. There are families that wanna do it and can, and there are some that will do whatever they can get to get away from it. And that's in anything, that's in anything.
You think that's gonna put more of it that way, that, once they know that the counties are taking care of it, that they'll just,
Well, that's where they gotta show documented.
Yeah,
They need to be held accountable, you bet. Yeah, that's important, because we're not about to have the county abused. fair, very firm about what it is that you're doing. They're asking for something, you know, and is it truly the obligation of the county? No, but every once in a while it's gonna be. Somebody's gotta take care of it somewhere. And that's the intent, you know, establishing some type of where we gotta go with this. It's just, it's real important. The county, public health, funeral homes, Publix, and the person who died themselves, they need to be properly cared
So
for.
how many people pay in advance now?
Percentage is quite high,
Is it?
yeah, 55, about, there's, I think the last statistics I saw was about 55% of the people over the age of 50 have their arrangements paid in full somewhere. It's a pretty big number.
Well, it makes it easier when the day
Yeah.
comes.
And isn't there a burial insurance too that
There
you
is.
take or something?
Do that too. Yeah, we have 3 different vehicles that we use. Actually 2. One's bank trust and the other is an insurance program. They're both exceptional programs. Montana's a good state to prepay your cost in. It is, it's a good state to prepay your cost in. And, because it's 100% returnable. Funeral homes can't keep any of it. That's a good
I
thing.
used the bank trust, did I not?
What's that?
With Mom, did I use the bank trust?
She had a bank trust.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah. The other thing that there's been we often got our associations put together a bill for the state legislature this year, raising the death certificate cost to $18 a cost. Now, of that, we're considering doing this. $5 would go to the Board of Licensing, Board of Funeral Service Licensing, to keep the licenses, because the state doesn't like monitoring it. So we want to put some of the money in there. $5 is going to go to the county indigent fund of the county that they're resident of. Just some. And then the other $8 goes to the county or the state for additional revenues. I think it's a good for all bill. I do. The state gets some help on monitoring the licensing of the industry, if you will. The indigent burial fund would benefit $5, you know, for every death certificate, every one. Now, the trick is, you can buy death certificates if you die in this county and get them in Helena and get them over here. The trick is making sure that money goes to the right county. That's something that's gotta be worked out. But I think it's a good for all bill when it goes through, if it does. And we're sponsoring the Funeral Directors Association is.
What committee is that gonna go before?
What's that?
What committee
I don't
will that
know.
go?
Just know we just drew it up, I approved, I put my proxy vote, they called me in the emergency meeting Friday morning, I'm in a tournament, proxy, I sent for it to go. And the reason I did it is because the average for a death certificate in the state or the nation is $20 to $25 a death certificate. We're $3. It's time to get it up there, guys. There's no reason that, it costs a lot of money to do this stuff. And it's gonna be helpful for everybody involved, the state licensing board, to the county level, indigent. It isn't us, it's there.
It has been that way forever
I know
and
it
days.
is, ever since I moved here. Yeah, yeah. I just think it's necessary, and I think if the money is appropriated properly, I think it'll benefit all the counties a little bit anyway. I don't know how to particular that one, if you can buy the certificate here, you know, that's the challenge. I mean, when we buy them, go on a family members, wherever they go in any county and buy what they got, show they get them. Whether it's, you know, for birth records, that's what I think they plan to do death record, birth record, everything. I think, but I think it's a necessary one, it will bring revenue to the counties. I just thought I'd bring that up, it's coming. It's a
That's
good thing.
interesting and good information to
It's
know.
good information, so let you know it might come at you guys. But the small counties, they just only have so many revenues, guys.
Yeah.
It's meant to help some. It's meant to help some. Huh? What else do I have to do when we have another meeting?
I don't know that you necessarily have to do anything. What we need to do is, unless there's no problems with this, it seems to me that it should be a fairly easy vote. We need to put it before the county attorney, we need to put it on proper letterhead,
I'd like you to.
and then we need to vote on it,
Okay,
and then it'll be finished.
happy day.
But, you know, I think at this point, today's discussion is, you know, if there's any problems with or issues with the amount, if there's any more issues with, the 30 days, I think you helped us out with that. If there's any other issues that should be brought up with the meat of this document, today's the day.
I don't see anything.
If there is, you guys can call me.
Okay.
You're welcome to call me anytime you like. I really am very open about this whole thing. It's necessary.
It looks pretty cut and dry as far as everything goes. It does mirror the MAR
Yeah.
contract too.
Yeah, and then like I said, and if somebody's from Weissalper and they're from Thompson here, and they just happen to die in Billings, we'll go get them and bring them home. We'll do it,
Okay.
okay? We'll go get them and bring them home. Because what happens, they're down there traveling, so there's whatever reason they're down there, something happens to them. We agree to do that. But down there, the county, they're not a resident here, they're not paying it. There they sit. We'll just go get them and bring them home. They live here, whatever, however they, I thought it was necessary to have that in there for some of those other folks, because that runs into Lewis and Clark County, Jefferson County, they're back and forth all the time. Oh, they get put in a nursing home down there, and they've been residents of Helena for how long? 18, 20 years. They go to Alhambra Nursing Home, they die within 2 days. Where they a resident of? Yeah, nothing. Putting her in the hospital. And then you have that again. Same thing. So, at any rate, enough said. I will wait for a phone call from one of you then, huh? Is that what I'm doing?
You
Well, we'll
bet.
call-
Yeah.
Huh? We're good?
we'll call Mr. Chairman.
Right, good, okay. Gosh, guys, the bean soup was great, fishing tournament was great. I lost, but it was good.
So we're for Peck?
Yeah. Yeah, I made a stupid mistake. After I was there Wednesday, I told my dad, I says, I remember why I quit fishing these things. They can have it.
So I suppose Eric's busy with wedding plans.
He went to a wedding this weekend. A friend of his got married at Red Lodge, I don't know what that is. Yeah, he's doing that. You should have a long talk. I'll educate.
Hang on one second.
They're
Tim,
just
do you have
good
a
kids.
question?
I do, Madam Chair, Tim Ravendall. I'm just kind of curious, in your business,
Yes, sir.
with your insurance requirements with the state and everything else, is there any policy opportunities for you in these indigent cases where you can have some, I'm not sure if I'm using the right word, indemnity on any event that you get a customer, so to speak, comes in and you have a reason for a loss there on your insurance where that can make up your cost through an insurance policy?
That's what I'm not sure I understand. We would,
So I'll just, in layman's terms, because I don't know how to ask the question.
Simple's
If
good.
you have, we'll call them for the benefit of the discussion, an indigent burial, and you have no funding available from the family, what's worst case scenario, there's nobody there. Do you have an ability through an insurance policy to cover your losses
No.
by adding a policy or to create a policy to
No.
cover that type of a situation?
no, the one that we buy for ourselves and hit it every time we need help, that we pay ourselves. Try and find somebody to write a policy on that might be a small challenge, but we don't have anything like
Okay.
that. The obligations are we're a business.
Right.
And the obligations are to the person who's living to take care of themselves. They should take care of themselves before they end up in that position.
Absolutely.
They should still put funds away in that. They should, before they ever end up on a Medicaid or a disability issue, should try to attempt to put some funds away at some period of time, if at all possible. And you have these trusts that are set up, and a funeral home is held as trustee. Some funeral homes have what they call a guaranteed funeral trust, so when they die, it takes care of, regardless of how much the cost of funeral might be.
Understand that. I worked
And
out
there's
with
some that have a non-guaranteed burial trust, and we have those in the banking industry, because right now we're getting maybe 0.9% interest on our money. Cost of funeral goes up 3 to 5% a year.
Okay.
We're going backwards every time we write one. Now, the insurance side of it is a better program. It gives you a little bit better return right now. It's about 3.8%, which is almost keeping up with inflation. That's real close. So our intent, we wish people would encourage or try to set aside funds to take care of themselves. Everybody. it would be good. But people don't wanna talk about death. People don't wanna
Reality.
talk about dying. I'm not gonna deal with this, I'll let somebody else do, you know, all the reasons. And pretty soon they start saying, I got it done, and they really didn't. And then the family starts to believe that they got it paid for, and they haven't. So is it important for people to try to step up and take care of this stuff while they're living? I think it's necessary.
Well, I agree. I'm
The
just
cost.
curious if there was a business.
And trying to explain
policy
that,
you
you know, the cost of a birth of a child, what is it today, $30,000? Somewhere close to it? Funeral costs are national average $8,700. No, that's for an easy birth. They get spendy. So all these things, the cost of funerals is not really expensive, it's just what we consider what's important and what's priority, if you will.
I don't think people want to admit.
They don't. Absolutely
That
not.
this is
It's a
coming.
taboo, big one. I could tell you a few stories.
I have
Paint
firsthand
the picture.
experience with that, so I understand what you're talking about.
You sit down and have a talk with us someday, we'll show you what's available. That's how you do it.
Mhm.
But no, we're just trying to help people, encourage people to do what's necessary, if at all possible. And it's unfortunate, there are some who can't. It's that simple. We have them all in our families. I have many in my family. I just don't have it. I know they don't. No. So, at any rate, we're just trying to do what's right by everyone. But, thanks for the question.
Thank you.
What else can I do? I'm all done.
I think you're all done.
I'm gonna see something in about 4:30, I'll be on the water.
Oh,
I
very
don't
good.
think so.
That's called a dream.
Huh?
That's called
Okay.
a dream.
My boat say, take me fishing. Well, that's-
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, guys. I'll wait to hear from you next week.
Yeah, I'll be in touch with you every step of the way.
That works for me.
All
Thank
right.
you, Franklin. Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you.
All right. Nice to see you.
You too?
Did you get a good story on the tournament there?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to read the paper. See you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
Just one last little bit of mail. We just got a signed contract from Michelle. She, of course, has been waylaid because she has been pitch hitting for Mike with the accident that he had. So this is dated incorrectly. I need to change that. But is this okay with you guys to put to the employees and department heads?
Yes, by all means.
Okay. Franklin, any edits you want to propose?
You know, I guess I would suggest that her phone number and her email address be on there,
Thank you. Yes.
so that they would know where to contact her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, it's good with the board?
Looks good.
Okay, all right, we'll take care of that then. Anything else for the good of the order? No. All right, this meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
The judge will be tickled, he's got a customer to see.
Oh, very good. I am not gonna get used to that clock having been moved.
Neither is anybody
I
else.
thought it was supposed to, picture was supposed to go there. It was, because there's a reason
Thank you.
for why they put
You
it
bet.
up there, so I'm not sure who moved it.
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I knew that there was a reason, I was here for that, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was supposed to go there.
Yeah, so
Huh.
Make sure it's
it's
right.
gonna get switched back, I would think, very quickly.
Or either that or we're gonna have to set over there so we can see it.